Them to fight each other. Who do you think is the favorite if they fight each other now?
Що забудеш коментувати в студії великий бій з ніжним між Тайсоном і Джошем. Які будуть твої преференції, коли ти будеш
Yeah.
Usyk. Or he might knock him out. I don't know. But personally, at 20, you know, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing. And I think I'd be very surprised if they took that kind of test.
Yeah. Disgrace to the sport of boxing. I don't know how or why he's got this shot. Don't think he deserves it. Hasn't beaten anybody of any note. Loses all of the big fights.
Usyk gave Moses huge credit, calling him different and too smart for Dubois. Don't forget, Moses already shook the scene with that brutal win over Dillian Whyte, proving he's no hype job. If he dismantled a veteran like Whyte, what real chance does fragile Dubois have?
I think Itauma it's future for boxing.
Tony Bellew nails it. Moses isn't hype, he's a prodigy. At just 20, he's already humbled veterans like Dillian Whyte with composure beyond his years. Dubois, who unravels under pressure, looks set to crumble against that sharpness. If Moses is this good now, the heavyweight division should be very afraid of what's coming.
Две стойка.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right, and
Right.
switch hitter.
Yes.
The switch hitter.
Yes. Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very smart. But feel distance and play.
Derek Chisora doesn't hold back. He says beating Moses is like winning the lottery. Coming from a warrior who's fought them all, that's no small statement. With elite coaching and frightening composure, Moses looks levels above Dubois, who's cracked under pressure before. Seems destined to fold against the young Phantom's relentless rise. Even Tony Bellew's caution, fearing Moses is being thrown in too deep, only adds weight. History shows true prodigies thrive under the spotlight, and Moses already proved it by dismantling Whyte. In this story, the Wolves may well become the prey.
I do believe with the ability that he's got and with the skill set that he has, coupled with what I've just said before, how calm he is.
Yeah.
He's a force to be reckoned.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, what is it that kind of makes him so tough to compete with, let alone beat at this point in time?
I mean, massive part is he's one of very few southpaws in the division.
That's true, yeah.
He's extremely sharp. You know, he's very quick, he's very young. Youth is a real thing. People don't realise that, you know, he's 20 years old. Yeah. Mike Tyson was 20 years and 5 months when he wins the heavyweight championship of the world. Yeah, so there is still time for him to do it. But I just feel, what's the rush? Because believe me, once he gets to the level, there's no going back.
Yeah.
He's at a certain level now with Dillian Whyte, but we all know where Dillian Whyte's at.
Yeah, tail end of his career, to be fair.
I just think, don't take anything away from Moses Itauma. He could have done that to Dillian in the pomp of his career.
Yeah.
It's styles make fights, and Moses always gonna, them styles that want to have a fight with you or aren't necessarily very good defensively, he's gonna pick holes.
Amir Khan urges patience. Don't rush greatness. Let Moses grow into his prime. But reality says otherwise. At just 20, Moses is already dismantling veterans with chilling composure. His win over Dillian Whyte wasn't routine. It was a statement that he's ready now. Contrast that with Dubois, who folded under the bright lights against Usyk, his chin and will forever in question. Moses thrives where Dubois crumbles under pressure. Khan's advice makes sense on paper, but some fighters are born ready, and when even Usyk predicts a 3-round blowout, maybe the waiting game is pointless. Dubois might already be tailor-made for Moses.
A guy who's 24 years old, who's got his faculties right, getting trained by one of the best trainers in the United Kingdom, and then mate, it's like you got more chance of winning the lottery than you beating that Moses Itauma. Let's be honest about it.
Dave Allen doesn't sugarcoat it. He branded Dubois a quitter, and that shadow follows him everywhere. Against Usyk, the body shot landed, but the way Dubois turned his back told the story. He didn't want it. Now picture him against Moses, a fearless 20-year-old who only marches forward. Dubois' flaw isn't power, it's heart. And Moses, young, hungry, and relentless, is the exact nightmare for a man battling self-doubt. If Dubois couldn't dig deep against Usyk, why would he suddenly find that fire against the Phantom? Allen's brutal truth rings loud. The quit gene may show again.
I'll fight for Moses Itauma.
He will.
I just think to throw this kid into the wolves at this stage so early in his career, I just don't get what for. He's a young man, let him develop the same as every other fighter.
Eddie Hearn admits it. Throwing Moses at Dubois right now looks risky. But is it really? Dubois is a name, not the monster his resume suggests. His flaws are exposed, his willpower doubted. Meanwhile, Moses is young, hungry, and razor sharp under elite training. Frank Warren sees it clearly. This isn't danger, it's opportunity. While Hearn hesitates, the truth is, Dubois brings baggage, and Moses brings momentum. That's why this fight feels less like a gamble and more like a coronation.
You don't want to rush him. You want to take it easy. You want to take it slow. Don't rush him. Let him enjoy. He's still 20 years old. Let him get to 22, 23 years old. And that's then you start putting him in with the top names in boxing, like the Usyks and like the Wilders or even the Joshuas and the Furies. At the moment, I think you should keep on building him.
Then Duke McKenzie sums it up. Moses versus Dubois isn't just another fight, it's a generational clash. But let's be real, the buzz isn't about Dubois. It's about whether Moses is the real deal, the next heavyweight king. Dubois brings power, but carries the stigma of quitting. Moses, just 20, already has legends backing him and scalps to his name. For Dubois, it's redemption or ruin. For Moses, it's a chance to cement himself as the heir. This isn't just belts, it's pride, legacy, and the future of heavyweight boxing.
Out of 10, and he walked straight past Usyk, straight to the corner, he was completely fine. I think, and you know what, it's horrific to say I've quit. It's not horrific to say I'm quit. I'm chairman of the quit committee. I'm top quitter, I guess. Anyway.
Daniel Dubois finally says Moses' name, but without conviction. His talk of maybe belts and next steps sounds like avoidance, not hunger. History shows the pattern. Folded against Usyk, crumbled against Joyce, always short on the big stage. Moses, meanwhile, doesn't circle names, he destroys them. At 20, he dismantled Dillian White with composure that Dubois has never shown. Dubois calls himself a future two-time champion, but his words lack belief. Moses' fists don't. If they meet, Dubois' dream may end before it even begins.
Or he might knock him out. I don't know. But personally, at 20, you know, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing. And I think I'd be very surprised if they took that time.
Adam Smith didn't hold back. Moses could beat most heavyweights right now. At just 20, he's already seen as the future conqueror of the division. The only question is timing, not ability. Dubois may have size and power, but he lacks the heart, the one thing that defines true heavyweights. Moses has youth, speed, IQ, and fearlessness. Smith's hesitation is really a warning. Dubois isn't above Moses, he's the weak link. Once Moses is unleashed, he won't just beat most heavyweights, he'll take them all. And Dubois may be the first example.
Around this fight, I've got young kids in my gym that are going to be tuning into this. Three generations are going to watch it, aren't they? That's what's great. I mean, they're so excited.
Johnny Nelson painted it perfectly. By round 5, Dubois was already a broken man. Usyk stripped away everything, the jab, the power, the movement, and most importantly, the confidence. That's the version of Dubois fans think can handle Moses. Let's be real, Usyk made him look like a novice. A young, sharp, fearless Moses can do worse. Dubois has no plan B. Once his power doesn't work, his body language crumbles. We've seen it over and over against a composed fighter like Moses, who can adjust mid-fight and exploit weaknesses. Dubois' nightmare comes quicker. Physically, he looks the part. Mentally, he's fragile. And as Nelson says, in heavyweight boxing, without confidence, you're walking into the lion's den unarmed.
Next step.
Who is next? Is Moses Itauma on the horizon?
All the guys in the heavyweight division, yeah, they're all the guy, especially the one who has the belts. And you know, if the belts fragment or whatever, stuff like that can happen. Whatever way I can become two-time heavyweight champion.
Tony Bellew, drew the perfect parallel. Just like Usyk proved skill beats size, Moses shows the same ingredients: speed, timing, confidence, and frightening composure. At only 20 steep, Bellew admits Moses isn't as polished as Usyk yet, but the foundation is undeniable. Dubois has always leaned on size and power, but he crumbles when intimidation fails. Moses won't be scared, he'll exploit that weakness. Bellew's words highlight the shift in heavyweight boxing. Size is the old model. IQ and adaptability are the new. Dubois represents yesterday. Moses represents tomorrow. And the scary part is, he's only getting started.
Ready? I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly AJ. Of the top 3 or 4, he's not ready.
The stage is set, and the stakes couldn't be higher. For Moses Itauma, this isn't just another fight, it's the gateway to becoming the new face of heavyweight boxing. At only 20, he carries the swagger of a champion in waiting, the skill of a polished pro, and the hunger of a lion chasing legacy. For Dubois, it's redemption or ruin. One more collapse and his career risks being forever branded by failure. Fans are buzzing, legends are weighing in, and the anticipation is electric. This isn't just about belts, it's about proving who truly belongs. So tell us, are you backing Moses's rise, or do you believe Dubois shocks the world?